What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we are going to take a look at Hot Toys Ladypool, and I purchased all my figures, most of them, at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below for this figure. They double box your item, $4 shipping, and you can put it on Pile of Loot, so you can ship it all at once at the same time. So let's take a look at this figure. I love Deadpool and Wolverine. Initially, I was like, okay, maybe not on Ladypool, or maybe not even on Kidpool. But as I go along, I was like, nah, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get Kidpool. I'm gonna get the new Deadpool. They're just a fun IP to have. Let's just put it this way. And I'm all about fun. And this movie, although it's not a masterpiece, so to speak, and I said it multiple times, this is not like a Dark Knight type of movie, but I don't know, it gives me emotions, it gives me joy watching this, you know, just the pure nostalgia. It's almost at the same level of No Way Home, and in No Way Home, I went all out. I think I bought everything from that outside of maybe a couple of figures. But I even double dip on Doctor Strange. Now with Ladypool, I know we're gonna unbox her, looking all her stuff. It is quite similar to Deadpool, as you know, but outside of the Desert Eagle, you get 2 Uzis, you get a bunch of hands, a little bit less eye, eye expressions. She also does have Dogpool. Slightly different, but overall it's fairly similar, so I can see why people would skip on her. You know, she's not quote-unquote essential, and she is not. I get this figure is not for everyone. This might be for like hardcore Deadpool fans. I don't even consider myself hardcore Deadpool fan, but I like everything about that line. And this is the first time that we have seen Ladypool in an official Hot Toys format. We've seen it in a third-party format, and as you can see here, this is Dogpool, which we are going to tackle on. This is the Dogpool from Deadpool. The only difference is the goggles, as far as I can tell. I mean, let me know if I missed anything, but for me, it's just the goggles. But this is cheap. She is cheaper than Deadpool. Need another hand out there. She doesn't come with baby pool or head pool or an extra head sculpt or anything like that. So we're gonna take a quick dive on the accessories here. This is her base, just a regular standard Hot Toys base with a dynamic pole, which again I would barely use for her. And you see an array of hands here. We're gonna have a closer look on one of them. This has like a gloved hands that gives you an illusion or a texture. See that the red part right there. You got 2 thumbs up, so she doesn't have the heart gesture like Deadpool does. She also has the trigger finger. This is kind of like the shooting gun, I'm assuming that's how you want to call this. Kind of pointy 2 fingers right there. Pretty cool stuff. Enough to be different than Deadpool. And then you got the 2 Uzis with some you can remove the magazine, but there's no articulate as far as I can tell. No slides, nothing like that. Extended mag though. And then you have Dogpool right here. So if you're not familiar, I covered this on my Deadpool as well. Articulated feet, hands in there, or front legs if you want to call them, but no goggles. Just I wish it was a different pose, like sitting, maybe something like that. And then you got the magnetic katanas or samurai swords. Also has some insignia in there, also not die cast. Is this different than Deadpool? I don't think so, but it feels like it has this gold metal, kind of sword part to it, gold-ish compared to Deadpool. I don't know, just an observation, but it's there. It's not diecast. It's okay. Not a deal breaker for me. The tailoring for this is awesome. It's beautiful. The proportions I think is pretty good for a female character. Small waist. You got that seductive look, especially when she came out. This is the movie version. You can see the nasty. A lot of people are gonna return this because I've seen people compared on the Spider-Man, complained on the Spider-Man, the stitching on the side. I mean, how are they supposed to close the outfit? That is hand stitched. So her boots or shoes are high heels. There's articulation on the foot as well. So you can see the familiar Deadpool colorway of red and black. It's kind of different, pattern wise. It's not just, it's the same pattern converted to a female version, but the material that they used here is the same as Deadpool. It doesn't feel like it's gonna rip, at least in my opinion. The black part is, at least on her, it has a texture, so it is similar to the red portion. So I don't think they're pleather, which is a great news because that is the Achilles heel of that Deadpool from before. Now the head sculpt, no unmask, of course. She never removed her mask, but you can clearly tell this is a female head sculpt. Compared to Deadpool, bigger head, just wider as well. This one is a bit narrower, and also the hair, the wool hair. It's wool. It's not the shiny. What do you call it? The synthetic ones that they use, kind of like with Barbie. It's not what they used here. This is what they used for their artisan version. Of course, this is not as intricate because it's just a ponytail hanging, but I think it's nicely done. There's enough products to it that it's not all over the place. You can put it in front of her body, on the side, and also how they did the head sculpt was, it's again 2-piece head sculpt and neck peg right there. You can also remove the eyes. As you already know, it's a big part of the Deadpool character, same as Ladypool, is having eye expressions. So that is present, as is this Ladypool as well. But sometimes you'll see on the neck part, it's kind of hunching on the back of her neck to her head sculpt. But you can see the hair here is kind of twisted. And again, you can, swerve it in over her shoulders if needed to. Articulation wise, with the head, as mentioned earlier, there's 2 parts in here. It's a little tight on me. But it's okay. You can still move it around. There's separate movements on the neck part and the head sculpt part, so you could do that as well. Just be careful because female figures typically has joints that are also smaller, hand joints, foot pegs, and all that stuff. So they're a little bit weaker compared to their male counterparts. So just be mindful when you are moving this character. But as you can see, there's a separation between the sleeves and the inner part. As you can see, it's kind of like she's wearing a vest. So that is a good thing. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. You can see the shoulders are moving freely. The elbows tucked nicely here. Now the waist is 1 piece compared to Deadpool, where it looks like he's wearing a shirt. So obviously there's a little bit of bounce when you are posing that. With the legs, it does kick pretty high. Knee pads are not on the knee, so that is a good thing. So you're not going to be worried that you're going to peel that off. That is a good improvement from the previous Deadpool. So you got some twist on the leg as well, some foot rotation, some bicep rotation as well. Very articulated, and as you can see here, they're already sticking together. So the Uzis just magnets into this. It's funny how they can make this magnets, and this is the first Ladypool, while they can't do this for Captain America. So does Deadpool and Ladypool just have magnets on their sides? I doubt it, but they do it here. And here she is alongside, for now, the rest of the Deadpool family. I think they look good together. With Deadpool here, Ladypool, Kidpool, Dogpool, Babypool, I mean. Soon to have Kidpool with a couch. So I'm all in on that as well. So can't wait for that to complete this Deadpool family. And of course Wolverine. With Wolverine, I think I'm gonna get the deluxe, and then the shirtless version as well. I know this is not movie accurate. She only had one scene, and that is towards the end when she's with a bunch of Deadpool. But, you know, I gotta have 3 poses. And here she is wielding her double Uzis, you know, feeling like it's Modern Warfare 3 for me. You know, when you unlock Akimbo, there she is. That's my favorite gun, by the way. You know, and shipment on the back. You can see the ship. Yeah, beautiful figure to display as well. And here she is holding her katana. This is the accurate background when she showed up, of course, in the movie. But it's a brief cameo, but you can see the proportions are nice, quite nice. The height is quite nice. She was standing next to Deadpool earlier as well. So very unique figure. Very nice as well to display. Could I see people buying her without Deadpool? Sure. But for the most part, people would want to display her alongside Deadpool 3 or maybe the upcoming battling version. So final thoughts on this Ladypool. I think as a figure, and also the price is not too bad. She's pretty cool. She almost fell there, but it's all right. See this is the technique. If you don't want to put the waist clamp and have that clamp digging into the waist of your figure causing damage, put it on the leg. See, even it's rotating, she almost fell. It gives you a little bit of support and some balance. But going back to the figure, is she a must-have? No. But is she fun to have? Absolutely. Especially if you partner her up with Deadpool. And even if you don't, she's still a pretty good character on her own. I know the third-party Ladypool from way back when was universally praised. A lot of people even bought that. I don't think the price difference is that big. Maybe it's $100, maybe even less than $100, because I know it was expensive as well. But you can't compare that to this one. This one is licensed. It looks really good, and it's, again, like I said earlier, it's a nice figure to have. It's a very fun figure to have. You can have her as a pretty serious character if you want, like kicking ass. You can have that, or you can have her as a fun side character like this, you know, like nagging on Deadpool or something like that. Deadpool, you can integrate him into any world. You know, he's that type of character where you don't need to just zero him in, let's say, just with Avengers. He can interact with anyone. So, same goes with Ladypool. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this Ladypool? Put it down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.